The Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 should feature lots of improvements. We could be looking at multiple folds, a glass screen, S Pen support, and more. Let's run down everything there is to know about the Galaxy Fold 2. First up, how many folds are we getting? We could be looking at maybe 3 different fold devices, according to Max Weinbach of XDA Developers. Any source I mentioned in this video is pretty reliable, by the way. Well, Max says that there's a rumor that Samsung is working on a Galaxy Fold E for $1,100. Now, Samsung made an E version of the S10, which was the lowest cost option for an S10. Oddly, Samsung introduced light versions of both the Note 10 and the S10. The Lite costs $50 more than the E for whatever reason. Now back to that tweet. Samsung is also working on releasing 3 folds, 2 with plastic, 1 with ultra thin glass. Could explain the Winner 2 versus Champ codenames. Now this is intriguing. Having several fold models and maybe even a budget E option should allow for a bigger range in prices. We've got to talk about having ultra thin glass. The original Fold has a plastic screen on the main display, which can get pretty dented pretty easily. A move to glass could help with durability and open the door to the S Pen. We'll get to the pen in a tiny bit. Let's talk about design. The original Fold is a remarkable piece of engineering, but it has some compromises. To allow for a front-facing camera array, a big notch had to be taken out of the top of the main screen. So for the Fold 2, Max Weinbach said that the front-facing camera on the main display could either be a hole punch or an under-display camera. Display consultant Ross Young says we'll see the main display grow to 7.59 inches. The original Fold had a 7.3-inch main screen. It seems like a given that Samsung will increase the size of the main screen. It's just the way of the world at this point. Losing that huge notch in favor of a hole punch or under-screen camera also makes a lot of sense. This kind of change has already been seen on the Galaxy S line. The S10 Plus had a pill-shaped cutout for dual cameras. The S20 moved to a single camera in a hole punch design. Also expect the Fold to follow the S20 leader, a 120 Hz refresh rate on that main screen. The smaller one should be 60 Hz. Let's talk cameras. The Fold 2 will likely follow the S20 on this as well. That translates to a front cover cam of 10 megapixels. On the rear cover, we're talking about a 12 megapixel wide angle, 64 megapixel telephoto, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a time of flight sensor. All right, so let's get to that S Pen. The original Fold has that plastic screen. That means it can be easily dented by something like an S Pen or fingernail or stern look. It's pretty weak. The Galaxy Z Flip has ultra thin glass on its main display, but still can show damage with enough pressure. So unless Samsung has a new revision of the glass or a brand new design, I'm unsure how they would pull off S Pen compatibility. If the S Pen gets a redesign and/or there's a more robust glass option, some kind of stylus may be possible. The Note's S Pen has this sharp point, and that could be a disaster for a softer surface. I want to believe in S Pen support though. Let's talk waterproofing. The original Galaxy Fold is pricey and delicate. What's its water resistance rating? Let's check Samsung's site. Search for water. Guess what? It's not listed. And this is not an oversight by Samsung. It does have the water resistance rating for the Samsung Galaxy S20. Looking at a support page, we can see that Samsung says the Galaxy Fold and Z Flip are not IP rated. Okay, so there's a lot of room for improvement here. A patent uncovered by Let's Go Digital shows a Samsung patent for waterproofing something that looks a lot like a Galaxy Fold. Now, like I've said a lot, patent filings do not always translate to real-life products. However, water resistance is not a stretch for any phone. So how likely is this to happen? I'd say it's a lock for some kind of water resistance to make its way to the Fold 2. Now, when can you expect to see this snazzy phone/tablet? Reports say that the Fold 2 could be introduced in early August with a late August release date. As for pricing, if we are getting multiple folds, we're looking at probably $1,100 to $2,000 for the fanciest Fold. There could be 4G and 5G variants to mess with that pricing as well. Hey, you know, if you're thinking about the Galaxy Note 20, check out this video because there's a lot going on there. Do you think it's time for Samsung to merge some of its phones? Should the Note and